Kachiyappa Shivacharya's Skanda Purana. The Skanda Purana is one among the 18 Mahapuranas that has been mainly compiled by, who compiled the Mahapuranas? Vyasa Bhagavan. Among the 18 Mahapuranas, there are 4 lakh verses across the 18 Mahapuranas. Of that, 81,000 verses belong to the Skanda Purana itself. 10 Puranas are connected to Bhagavan Shiva, 4 are connected to Bhagavan Vishnu, 2 are connected to Brahma Deva, 1 is connected to Surya Deva, 1 is connected to Agni Deva. Among them, in this huge volume of literature of Puranas, 1/4 is actually going to only one Purana, which is the Skanda Purana. Among the various Samhitas in the Skanda Purana, there is one Samhita called the Shankara Samhita. The Shankara Samhita has a Kanda called the Shivarahasya Kanda, which very rare manuscripts of this are available. Many of the mainstream Skanda Purana texts do not have them. So this Shivarahasya Kanda, there was one in the 10th century in the Mahanagara of Kanchi, where Devi Kamakshi is ruling. There is a Kanda Kotam. There is a beautiful Skanda temple. The Shivacharya there is Kachiyappa Shivacharya, who was a well learned scholar and a very, very devout Skanda Bhakta. Much later, Arnagirinatha in the 15th century writes, Padum Tozhile Paniyai Arulvai. Like that, here Kachiyappa Shivacharya wants to bring the Skanda Purana Shivarahasya Khanda in Tamil in a much expanded form. Every day he writes on pieces of patra and he submits it at the feet of the Murti of Skanda Bhagavan in the Kanda Kotam. He closes the door, he comes back, next day morning corrections are there in that patra. So in fact the Skanda Purana itself was edited and co-authored by none other than Skanda Bhagavan himself. He in fact very graciously even gives the starter, first line in the deep meditation of Kachiyappa Shivacharya by saying Tigada Chakkaram as the Moola mantra, from which, bowing down to Lord Ganesha, the Skanda Purana is authored and it becomes a very revered text. It is kept on a golden palanquin and taken across the entire Tondai Nadu, and various scholars come to read it, come to expand upon it and make it their sole life's purpose to read, recite and chant the Skanda Purana. May we begin this Skanda Purana. Om Muruga! Om Muruga. Bowing down to Bhagavan Ganesha, the Skanda Purana begins with a Kalyana and ends with a Kalyana. It begins with the Kalyana of Mahadeva Shivashambho with Dakshayani. Dakshayani is the daughter of Daksha Prajapati. Daksha Prajapati was born from the thumb of Brahmadeva. Daksha Prajapati wanted to be really the Prajapati, Sarva Lokha Prajapati he wanted to be. He wanted to be the leader. And hence, to attain to this position, he asked his Pita, who should I bow down to? To which Brahmadeva says, Shiva Nasti Parayanam Parataram, he says, from Vedas. The Vedas say that beyond Bhagavan Shiva, there is no one. So he takes up 1,000 Mahayuga Tapasya towards Bhagavan Shiva and attains to various powers. He mainly asks for this boon. Shriman Guru Dampati have always told us, if there was one day, if a Devata were to appear in front of you, what is the training here? What boon should we ask for? Loka Sangraha. Shriman, in his words, he once mentioned that, let me be at your feet itself to be one among the prayers. So better to be prepared. So Mahayajna has happened, better to be prepared in our lives. But this Daksha Prajapati is not better prepared. He asks for a silly boon. He wants all power in the world, and he wants to be the truly Pati, where the three Mahadevas, the Brahmadeva, his own father, Vishnu, his Pitamaha, and also Rudra, who take care of the Shrishti Sthiti Laya, to even bow down to him. He wants all Devas to be under him, and along with that he wants Shiva Bhagavan to marry his daughter Dakshayani. He has already given 27 of his daughters to Chandra Bhagavan. Then he has given 13 to Kashyapa. Then he has given 7 to Surya Deva. Now he wants to give 1 to Shiva Peruman. Bhagavan Shiva says yes to it, and a great wedding is planned. A grand celestial wedding is planned. During this Mahotsava, Bhagavan Shiva, if you have seen all the traditional wedding principles, there is Kanya Danam. A wedding is Kanya Danam, where the groom receives the Devi that the bride's house offers. So there is Pani Grahanam, where Shiva's hand is lower compared to Daksha's hand. And that moment when he is about to do Kanyadana, when about to hold the hands of Devi and offer Dana, that time Daksha Prajapati feels, see, the Mahadeva himself now has to receive from me. That creates chaos in the world order. Knowing that, immediately Mahadeva vanishes from that instant. A great wedding has come to a halt. This is the plot of almost every movie that we see now. It's all taken from Skanda Purana. A great wedding comes to abrupt halt, and Daksha Prajapati's honor and pride shatters. The Prajapati himself can't even organize his own daughter's wedding. The groom has eloped during the wedding day. It's a big problem. Daksha can't handle this. Dakshayani is Sakshat Devi Rupini, and Sada, she is immersed in Shiva Dhyana. Marriage happened, marriage didn't happen. For her, she is always married to Bhagavan Shiva. Nothing can separate her from Shiva. Oh, the event got cancelled, she goes back to meditation. In her deep meditation, she longs for Shiva, and Mahadeva appears and takes her to Kailash. Now, all the more, Daksha Prajapati is enraged. Now the wedding got cancelled. I spent all this for the wedding. Everything came to a standstill. Celestial wedding. And now on top of it, the bride has vanished with the bridegroom. Very, very angry is Prajapati. So he plans one yajna. He plans one yajna, calling it for Loka Sangraha, but for the sole purpose of disrespecting Mahadeva. Today we earlier heard from G that it is not easy to conduct a yajna. It is not easy to take up such a sankalpa. And Shriman and Ma and Swamy has always said that this is a Deva yajna. It's very not at all easy, and that too with this much ahankara. If one was to conduct this yajna, what to do? Your boss has invited you and CC'd everyone in the office to come to a particular event. If the boss calls, you have to go. Fearing the boss, all the Trimurtis, all the Devatas, they go to that yajna. Dakshayani, having heard about this yajna, tells to Bhagavan Shiva that my father has organized this yajna, that I must go to my parents' house. Where Bhagavan Shiva says, why should we go to a place where we are uninvited to? There, Dakshayani, there is a nyaya. There is a beautiful vada between them, where Dakshayani presents various logical statements saying why she should go, and finally Bhagavan Shiva says, you may go. However, I am not going to accompany you. Having heard all this, knowing how inauspicious this call is, even then she decides to go. Going there, Daksha Prajapati doesn't even look at her. She tries to go and stand in front of her father, and her father acts as if she is not even there. Her heart is shattered. She appeals to him. Father asks back, who are you? Why are you even here? Who invited you? Who are you to me? Why are you here? Dakshayani is shattered. Now going back to Kailasha, now she feels she doesn't have a home here, she doesn't have a home there. She feels completely unjustified. So after all, her own father's ahankara. And if father's bhava is like this towards my pati, what am I to do? What life do I have? That very tapa turns into tapaha. The tapa turns into a fire, and Mahadevi immolates herself. Bhagavan Shiva, knowing this, coming to know of this, does a Ghora Thandava with Mahadevi's burnt corpse on his shoulders, dancing immaculately. And that's how Mahavishnu, to bring that to a stop, bring this Mahathandava that's shaking the universes to a stop, he uses his Sudarshana Chakra and cuts Devi's Angas. And those Angas fall on 54 sthalas in Bharat. Among those Amshas of those Angas, and across those Amshas are the great Mahashakti sthalas. It is through this big break that the Devakula undergoes a great shapa of having attended to this yajna. And what unfolds is this divine play by our divine parents, Shiva Peruman and Ma Shakti, and their reunification is going to create the Kumara Udbhava, Kumara Sambhava. Towards it, Ma Devi plays a very important leela for all that is there to unfold. To Ma Devi, may we bow down again and again, and may we invoke within us Skanda Matha's true blessings.
जगदोधारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदोधारिणी माँ 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 जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जननी जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जननी जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जननी जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जागो जागो माँ जननी जय दुर्गा देवी रणचंडी देवी जय दुर्गा देवी रणचंडी देवी जय जय दुर्गा देवी रणचंडी देवी जय जय दुर्गा देवी रणचंडी देवी शिवरमण जागो माँ शिवरमण जागो माँ हे शिवरमण जागो माँ हे शिवरमण जागो माँ जागो जगदोधारिणी माँ जागो जगदोधारिणी माँ जागो जगदोधारिणी माँ जागो जगदोधारिणी माँ जगदोधारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदोधारिणी माँ जगदोधारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदोधारिणी माँ
Om Muruga!
Om Muruga.
While Skanda Matar Bhagavati has enacted this big divine Leela, it so happens parallelly in the universe that before Bhagavan Shiva could completely withdraw himself after this Ghora Tandava, the Asura Guru, who is the Asura Guru? Shukracharya has keenly been observing the events and he feels that this is the time for Asura Kula Vriddhi. Now that Mahadeva, all the Devas themselves have done this Mahapapa of going against Mahadeva and attending the Daksha Yajna. Many great scholars say that the Drina still even continues. One has to pay their debt towards this action that the Mahadevas have done. Having known this, the Asura Guru sends the Asurendra's daughter Maya Devi to Kashyapa Maharishi. Kashyapa's son is Kashyapa. Kashyapa Maharishi and Maya Devi unite. Maya Devi very, very lovingly takes care of Kashyapa during his tapasya and slowly reveals the Icha of uniting with him, and so they are united in a marriage. The entire Asura Kula is celebrating this marriage, and out of this marriage with Kashyapa are born lakhs of Asuras. The first Yama of their unification, Sura Padman, is born. Vichitra being is. He has a Padma Mukha, but he is a Mahasura. And out of that unification, from just there, Shveda, the sweat, from Shvedaja, many lakhs of Asuras are born. Then in the next Yama, when they unify, Simha Mukhasura is born. Then in the next Yama, Tarakasura, and like that, lakhs of Asuras are born along with them. Then finally, Ajamukhi is born. Ajamukhi is is the mother of the infamous Ilvala Vatapi that we know from Mahabharata. So these 4 children are carefully brought up by Maya Devi with the sole intention of doing Asura Kula Vriddhi. So they take various mantra initiations from their father, and they mainly do tapasya towards Parashiva. Surapadman especially installs a Vajra Kambh, a Danda, Vajra Danda, a Danda which goes through his spine. Such a Ghora tapasya he does towards Bhagavan Shiva. All the 3 brothers do great tapasya. Bhagavan Shiva, before completely withdrawing himself after this incident, he bestows all the boons that these Asuras want. It's all a divine play, you see. And here, Surapadman, all he wants, Bhagavan Shiva asks, what is the boon you want? All he wants is to rule 1008 universes, he says. Not 1, not 2, 1008 universes, he says. What Bhagavan Shiva says is, Tatastu Punav Kim. He did not expect that. He says, so be it. Then what? Oh, he didn't expect that. Oh, there is 1 + 1 offer. Now he knows. So he goes for the offer. Now he says, I want to live. Chiranjeevi I must be. Okay, you will live for 108 Mahayugas, he says. So be it. Then what? He asks. Oh, there is 1 + 1 + 1 offer now. Then he says, no one else, knowing that Parashiva is now separated from Parashakti, knowing this well, he says that if at all there can be an end to me, it can be from your son that you cannot beget from Parashakti. So be it, he says, and vanishes. Bhagavan Shiva vanishes. He thinks he has done something very intelligent here, Surapadman. He calls all his brothers and then first targets one place in the world. It is called Amaravati. What is Amaravati? There is a big plan. Now let us go to Amaravati. Let's first capture that and then let's try and see if it will work. If all the boons that we have got will work for us. But to fund the war, to conquer such a capital, they want funds first. They advise him. Oh. So first it's a bank heist. Then only it's a capital heist. So this, for that they want funds first. So they go to, what is the biggest bank in the world? What is that place called? Azhagapuri. Azhagapuri. First they attack. Kubera mounts all the yakshas he brings forth for a war. Padmasura, all he does is go straight to the war and tries to hug everybody, and done. He smashes everyone. Kubera runs away to go to complain to Amaravati. Before he can go to Amaravati with the full funding and available to get all resources, all interstellar fuel that they want, they get this fuel and then they go to Amaravati. By the time Kubera could report, let us escape, Indra is caught. Somehow Indrani alone escapes at that point in time. And Indrani's daughter is brought up under the care of Airavata. This big Asura Kula Vriddhi that is happening. Then next, what is the next destination? Vaikunta. They want to conquer Vaikunta. These Devas, they thought that Vaikunta would be the only place where they can go and then safely be. Right? They wanted to run there. By the time they saw that Mahavishnu had already vanished from that place. We thought we'll go hide behind Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu has gone elsewhere. He is not in Vaikunta. Tarakasura comes there and captures all the Devas who tried to run away. And he starts first capital in Vaikunta. Then Surapadman creates a new place called Mahendrapuri. That Mahendrapuri celestial Amsha is here in the southeast direction of Bharat back then. So there were 3 major islands from the coast of the ancient Tondai Nadu. There, those 3 islands were all very Maya Loka. Everything will happen very differently there. There, a Mahendrapuri was set, and in that Mahendrapuri, Surapadman started ruling all the 1008 universes for 108 Mahayugas. Sometimes during this, in the Yajna period, if you were here for an extended time, you might have not known which day what happened. You might have not known today have 2 Yajnas have happened or 1 has happened. When did I last receive the Bhasma Prasada? What did we have this after? Everything will forget, right? Think about 108 Mahayugas. One guy is ruling the 1008 universes. He would have forgotten from whom even he got that boon. He has completely forgotten even that Parashiva from whom he got this boon. Because now the entire universe, and he has all these siddhis in this universe. He is the Adipati of this 1008 universes. Who is there to stop him? And the identity solidifies in him. 108 Mahayugas. Ajamukhi will eat whoever she wants to. She will find tasty rishis and keep eating. All rishis will try to do different yajnas to suppress the Asura Kula Vriddhi. Nothing will happen. Parashiva is not there. He has withdrawn himself. The entire universe. Now the Devas themselves knowing fully that they have to abide by whatever happens. They have the entire Prakriti, the way the Asuras want to, is being created. As unsustainably and as adharmically as possible. For 1008, for 108 Mahayugas, the Devas wait and pray for a solution to happen. Their Guru, Brihaspati, tells them that this is because of this Mahapapa that you have committed. You have to undergo, there is karma, there will be karma phala, they say. So, knowing fully that there can only be a son to Parashiva who can put an end to this Asura Kula Vriddhi, they patiently 108 years in continuous silent prayer, they wait and pray in their heart of hearts to Parashiva every day, waiting for the divine Kumara Sambhava to happen. When Kumara comes, all will vanish, and to Kumara we bow down again and again.
Shankara Shiva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho 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 Shankara Bhayankara Shiva Shambho Mahadeva 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 Dhama Dhama Dhamaru Bhaje Shiva Ghana Ghana Ghanta Bhaje Dhama Dhama Dhamaru Bhaje Shiva Ghana Ghana Ghanta Bhaje Dhama Dhama Dhamaru Bhaje Shiva Ghana Ghana Ghanta Bhaje Dhama Dhama Dhamaru Bhaje Shiva Ghana Ghana Ghanta Bhaje Hara Bholenath Shambho Shiva Gangadhara Shambho Hara Hara Bholenath Shambho Shiva Gangadhara Shambho Hara Hara Bholenath Shambho Shiva Gangadhara Shambho Hara Hara Bholenath Shambho Shiva Gangadhara Shambho Shankara Shiva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Shankara Shiva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Shankara Bhayankara Shiva Shambho Mahadeva Shankara Bhayankara Shiva Shambho Mahadeva Dhama Dhama Dhamaru Bhaje Shiva Ghana Ghana Ghanta Bhaje Dhama Dhama Dhamaru Bhaje Shiva Ghana Ghana Ghanta Bhaje Hara Bholenath Shambho Shiva Gangadhara Shambho Hara Hara Bholenath Shambho Shiva Gangadhara Shambho Shankara Shiva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Shiva Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho
108 Mahayugas meditating on Shankara Bhagavan. Shamkarotiti Shankaraha. For Bhagavan Shiva to come and make Sham, for auspiciousness to come back again. All the devas are very patiently waiting. One day I was talking to Amartya Mahodaya here. 108 Mahayugas, how they have managed, I was saying. Amartya ji was saying, if you were doing really Shankara Stuti every day, you can manage, he was saying. 108 yugas will go like this, he was saying. Like this, they are very, very fervent. And that time, Brihaspati says, now a celestial alignment has come, and now Ma Devi is going to be born to Himavan. All the devas are extremely happy, but at the same time, immediately extremely sad. Oh, great, but when will it happen? It's all the time their worries. They all, in the next few, this Yugantara, they go through a lot of bipolar challenges. Very happy, but they don't know when will an end come to it. But when will Devi be born? Ana Masi Magham, a beautiful lotus, Himavan's Dharmapatni, while she is coming, walking through the Manasarovar lake, she sees a beautiful lotus flower in which, as the petals open, there is a baby, there is a divine baby. She convinces Himavan that she should be a divine baby, and the Mahadevas have ascended to our plead of having a progeny, and thereby we have this baby, and so we should bring her up. Ma Devi tapasya is so intense that last time she had Daksha Prajapati who was against Shiva. Now she has got one of the greatest Shiva devotees of all time as her father, Himavan. Himavan and Himavati, they bring up Parvata's putri, Parvati, as their golden daughter. Then they later have other children as well. There are 3 sisters who do great tapasya towards Mahashiva: Aparna, Ekaparna and Ekaphalita. There are 3 sisters. They all do intense tapasya towards Mahashiva, Parashiva. But each get great husbands because their tapasya is like that. After all these yugas, slowly Bhagavan Shiva seems to be coming out of his meditation and doing more, coming out of his samadhi and being a little active. Seeing these signs, all the devas encourage Himavan to send his daughter to do seva to Bhagavan Shiva. Accordingly, she goes. And later, Bhagavan Shiva is back into samadhi. Now devas don't know what to do. Then they slowly encourage that this wedding must happen. Brahmadeva says, don't worry, it is destined to happen, wait patiently. So these 3 daughters of Himavan, they do great tapasya. Ma Parvati Devi does such tapasya that it is said that for 24 lunar years, she does not take even a single parna. The same 24 lunar years, every lunar month, Ekaparna takes 1 parna, 1 leaf as her diet. And in the same 24 lunar years, every lunar month, Ekaphalita takes 1 flower, Phalita flower as her diet. And does intense sadhana towards Parashiva. They all get great patis. Now Parvati Devi, as we just saw in the song, Bholenath, Shankara Bhagavan himself appears and bestows this boon of being her pati, knowing fully well that Ma Devi has reincarnated in this form and for Lokakshema that they have to unite. A grand wedding again is planned. Himavan, Himavati, they plan. There are great details in it about the wedding in the Skanda Purana. After the wedding is over, what do Ma Devi and Bhagavan Shiva do? Meditate. They go into deep tapasya. Just now after the wedding, all the devas like, oh, finally the wedding has happened. After 108 Mahayugas. But then they see these both have gone into tapasya mode. Now they do not know what to do. So then they all invoke Kamadeva. We all know this story, right? Kamadeva goes to invoke the Kama Bhava in Bhagavan Shiva himself. The Pancha Bhanas all fail. When Bhagavan Shiva opens his third eye, Kama is burnt to ashes. Rati Devi, a great Shiva Bhakta, pleads and brings Kama back to life. And then when all the devas come and then pray, they oblige, and that they would consummate the marriage. There are 2 beautiful versions of Skanda Bhagavan's Udbhava. Now from Kachyapa Shivacharya, let's go a bit into Vyasa Skanda Puranam. And there this episode is very brilliantly portrayed. When Ma Devi and Bhagavan Shiva are divinely united, the entire universe seems to be shaking. Now the devas are all the more scared. Now they want this unification, they wanted the unification to happen. Now they want the unification to pause because their entire lokas were all shaking. So they send Agni Deva in the form of a bhikshu to ask for bhiksha. And Agni Deva receives nothing but Ma Devi has nothing but Shiva's retas and she offers it and Agni eats it and everyone in the universe seems to get pregnant, it looks like. All the devas, everyone. Because when you offer to Agni, it reaches all the devas. And so everyone is now carrying Bhagavan Shiva. All the devas are carrying Bhagavan Shiva in their Udhara. So that is the explanation in Skanda Purana. and later Agni does various tapasya to bring out the balls of fire out of him with the help of Bhagavan Shiva. Kachiyapa Shivacharya says very beautifully that knowing that Tarakasura has to be ended in a particular way, Bhagavan Shiva has Panchamukha. 100 marks. Anyone, Gurukula children, what are the Panchamukhas of Bhagavan Shiva? Ishanam, Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Agoram, Sadyojat. And then Adhomukam, a sixth face, he opens up, and out of all three faces emanate 6 great balls of fire. The balls of fire are so intense that Devi herself is not able to sit next to Bhagavan Shiva. So Devi takes a step down from the sthana where they are sitting, and her anklet breaks, and the Nava manis in that anklet fall, where Bhagavan Shiva looks at the manis falling with his eyes, and Ma Devi looks at those manis, and out of their drishti sharing with each other, out of those mani are born the Nava Veeras, Veerabhadra, Veerakechari, Veera Soma. 9 such Mahaveeras are born also, along with Skanda Udbhava. These 6 mega balls of fires is first given to the Akasha Bhuta. The Akasha Bhuta is not able to handle the 6 balls of fire. Akasha Bhuta gives it to Vayudeva. Vayudeva is not able to handle it. Vayudeva hands it over to Agni Deva. Agni Deva is not able to handle this Agni. Agni Deva hands it over to Jala Tattva as part of the divine Akasha Ganga. The Akasha Ganga, the 6 balls of fires are kept. Akasha Ganga is not able to bear it, and Ganga sends it to a Sharavana, a land, a bhumi, where there was Shara, Darbha Vana, Darbha grass, Vana of this Darbha grass. On top of these 6 Darbha, on this Sharavana, on the banks of a tributary of Akasha Ganga, Saravana Poigai it is called. In that Saravana Poigai's banks, these 6 balls of fire turn into 6 lotuses of a child. The Kritika Devis come and then pick up these 6 children and start bringing up as their own children. Having known that the Agni has travelled all this way from Kailasha, Ma Devi and Bhagavan Shiva come together, and then Bhagavan Shiva says, Devi, behold your 6 children. Ma Devi goes and tries to pick them all together in one hand. They all unite together as a single baby with 6 faces and 12 arms. So Shannukha is thus born. Uru Tiru Murugan Angu Ulagam Uyya Vandu Udiktanan, says Kachiyapa Shivacharya Swamy. It's a cause of great celebration in the universe, and it's time for us to celebrate the arrival of Muruga as well. Om Muruga!
ಅದಲ ಶೇಡ ನಾರಾಡ ಅಖಿಲ ಮೇರು ಮೀದಾಡ ಅಭಿನ ಕಾಳಿತಾನಾಡ ಅವಳೋಡು ಅದಲ ಶೇಡ ನಾರಾಡ ಅಖಿಲ ಮೇರು ಮೀದಾಡ ಅಭಿನ ಕಾಳಿತಾನಾಡ ಅವಳೋಡು அன்று அதிர வீசிவாதாடும் விடையிலேறுவாராட அருகு பூத வேதாளம் அவையாட அன்று அதிர வீசிவாதாடும் விடையிலேறுவாராட அருகு பூத வேதாளம் அவயாட மதுரவாணி தானாட மலரில் வேதனாராட மறுபுவாணுலோராட மதியாட மதுரவாணி தானாட மலரில் வேதனாராட மறுபுவாணுலோராட மதியாட ವನಜಮಾಮಿಯಾರಾಡ ನಡಿಯ ಮಾಮನಾರಾಡ ಮೈಲು ಮಾಡಿ ನೀಯಾಡಿ ವರವೇಣು ವನಜಮಾಮಿಯಾರಾಡ ನಡಿಯ ಮಾಮನಾರಾಡ ಮೈಲು ಮಾಡಿ ನೀಯಾಡಿ ವರವೇಣು கதை விடாத தோல்வி மண் எதிர்கொள்வாளியால் நீடு கருதலார்கள் மாசேனை பொடியாக கதை விடாத தோல்வி மண் எதிர்கொள்வாளியால் நீடு கருதலார்கள் மாசேனை பொடியாக கதறு காலி போய் மீள விஜய நேரு தேர் மீது கனக வேத கோடூதி அலை மோதும் காலி போய் மீள விஜய நேரு தேர் மீது கனக வேத கோடூதி அலை மோதும் உததி மீதிலே சாயும் உலகமூடு சீர்பாதம் உவனமூர்த்தி மாமாயன் மருகோனே உததி மீதிலே சாயும் உலகமூடு சீர்பாதம் வனமூர்த்தி மாமாயன் மருகோனே ಉದಯತಾಮ ಮಾರ್ಬಾನ ಪ್ರಪುಟ ದೇವ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಉಳಮು ಮಾಡವಾಳ್ ದೇವರ್ ಪೆರುಮಾಳೆ ಉದಯತಾಮ ಮಾರ್ಬಾನ ಪ್ರಪುಟ ದೇವ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಉಳಮು ಮಾಡವಾಳ್ ದೇವರ್ ಪೆರುಮಾಳೆ ವನಜ ಮಾಮಿಯಾರಾಡ ನಡಿಯ ಮಾಮನಾರಾಡ ಮೈಲು ಮಾಡಿ ನೀಯಾಡಿ ವರವೇಣು ವನಜ ಮಾಮಿಯಾರಾಡ ನಡಿಯ ಮಾಮನಾರಾಡ ಮೈಲು ಮಾಡಿ ನೀಯಾಡಿ ವರವೇಣು ಮಹಾರಾಜನುಳಮು ಮಾಡವಾಳ್ ದೇವರ್ ಪೆರುಮಾಳೆ ಮಹಾರಾಜನುಳಮು ಮಾಡವಾಳ್ ದೇವರ್ ಪೆರುಮಾಳೆ ಮಹಾರಾಜನುಳಮು ಮಾಡವಾಳ್ ದೇವರ್ ಪೆರುಮಾಳೆ
Om Muruga!
Om Muruga!
Such a divine dance with Adala Shedanar, the divine 1,000-headed snake of Vishnu Bhagavan, dancing with the Mount Meru in itself dancing, right? The Mount Meru in itself shaking, thereby dancing. And all the Bhutaganas, all the Siddhas, all the yogis, all the Devatas dancing with Vanaja Mamiyar. With, in fact, before that, we have Madhura Vani, we have Saraswati Devi dancing, we have Brahma Deva dancing, we have the Vanaja Mamiyar, the Mama Mami of Bhagavan Skanda, which are none other than Vishnu Mahadeva and Shri Lakshmi. They both dancing, and with the peacocks dancing. And may you appear in this form, he says Arunagirinathar. Such Skandodbhava gives great joy to everyone. Ma Devi feeds Bhagavan Skanda with the Jnana milk, Jnana pal. This, the moment Bhagavan has it, is already all knowledge personified. That very drop from his mouth, when it falls, 6 fishes in that Saravana Poigai lake, they have this, and then they turn into 6 great rishis. Bhagavan Skanda, the first mudra that he shows is Abhaya Mudra. He shows this Abhaya Mudra to these 6 rishis and asks them to go to Tirupparangundram, that he says he will manifest on Bhuloka. That time I will bless you all. You go continue your tapasya there. They are rishis earlier, who through their shapa were here. They also were waiting for a long time for this mukti. Having done this, they all go to the Kailasha Loka as a very happy family. Now the Devas are like ecstatic. That moment that they were waiting for has come. But it is a baby. Bhagavan Skanda is now a baby, 6-faced, 12-armed baby. 2 arms, 2 legs itself, it takes 6, it takes us a lot of time to stand up and walk. They're all worried. You, when will this baby grow? When will the war come? When will the reign of the asuras come to an end? They're all worried. But in no time, Bhagavan, Skanda shows his immaculate strength in his young age. How he all plays, very beautifully described. He puts many andas together and makes one ball, and he throws, and then he makes those anda, all the brahmandas back again. It is said many galaxies he puts together, makes a ball. He throws with it, then he makes it again from a kanduka rupa. He makes it again. Then he makes mounds of hills, and then he throws them up in the air, and meteor shower falls throughout the universe. It is said. All of a sudden, he cuts the electricity for the entire universe. Deepa Jyoti is nowhere to be seen. It is in his pocket. Everyone comes searching for it. Like this, he does divine play. He drinks oceans up, then he vomits. All divine play he does. By seeing all this, all the devas are all the more happy. Oh, it's all powerful child that we have got. Oh, these oceans can be drunk. These meteors can be showered. Universes can be turned into balls. We have got the right person to save us. We are very, very happy. In the meantime, as a young Bala, Brahmadeva is coming to Kailasha Loka for a very urgent meeting with Bhagavan Shiva. While coming, Bhagavan Skanda is happily hanging on a Kalpataru, which is there in Kailasha. If you all seen our Gurukula children, they'll all sit on this tree and then keep swinging. This Brahmadeva, preoccupied in his mind, he keeps walking swiftly past it, going into it, trying to enter into the Kailasha premises of Bhagavan Shiva. There, Bhagavan Skanda stops him. Oh, Brahmadeva, looks like you. Om Muruga, he says. What does he say? Om Muruga. Just that, oh Muruga, oh, it is you, Muruga. Oh Muruga, he says. What rush you are in that you can't even say hello, hi? He asks. Brahmadeva says, no, I have a important to meet. Work related engagement. There is a urgent meeting. I have to go now. Bhagavan Skanda is asking, what meeting is this? What is that urgent work you have? See, I am responsible for Srishti Kartha. Srishti Karya has to happen. Oh, what is this Srishti Karya? You tell me. Okay, Srishti, the creation, is done as per a manual, and that manual is called the Vedas. So I create based on the Vedas, Brahma Deva says. What are the Vedas? Vedas are Shabda Rashi. And then they begin like this. Tell what those Shabda Rashis are, as if Bhagavan Skanda doesn't know any of this. Brahmadeva, Om, he starts, wait. What is this Om? Oma. Like that he is slightly scratching his head. Done. Imprisonment. You can't say the Pranava Mantra Artha. What Srishti Karta? What Srishti Karya you are doing? Go, I will take care. He imprisons him. And then the entire Srishti Karya is taken up by Skanda Bhagavan. Phenomenal beings are born throughout the universe. Great divine beings, divine forces. There, during this episode, now the Asura Kula Guru is cautious. Now he goes to caution Padmasura. See, the child of Bhagavan Shiva is born finally. And all these that you see, though you are ruling 1008 universes, all these changes are happening because now he has taken up the Srishti Karya. You are done, he says. Who are you? Asura Guru. When did we meet? Oh, some 108 yugas. What are you talking? I am running this universe. Go, go, go. He sends him away. Padmasura can't imagine. Really? Did such a thing happen? Did I get a boon? Am I not the Lord of the universe? Padmasura cannot understand what's happening. I have all power. What are you talking? Go, go. What child is born? Child is born. Go. Here, Brahmadeva is imprisoned. And who is the father of Brahmadeva? Vishnu Bhagavan. Can't find his son. In the guest kutir also he is not there. In the sadhaka kutir he is not there. In the food area is not there. In the bathroom area is not. Where is my son? In this 9-acre universe, where do I find him? Like that, Vishnu Bhagavan is now worried. He comes to know. All devas say, Srishti Karya is not done by Brahmadeva anymore. It is role transfer over. He is imprisoned. Vishnu Bhagavan straight goes to Skanda's parent. Parent meaning. You know what your child did to my child? He goes and comes. Really? Did Skanda do that? Bhagavan Shiva is angry. How dare he? He first sends Nandinathar to go bring Shiva. Nandinathar goes and he's like caught between these two. He goes, tries to make a... Appa is calling you. He wants you to leave Brahma. He says, oh, no. And then he returns back. And once he returns back, Bhagavan Shiva himself comes down. What is my son doing? Comes and then says, what have you done? He's not like that. He's very, very gentle. He comes and asks, what are you up to? He says, see this Brahmadeva. He says he's doing Shrishti Karya based on the Vedas. And it starts with Pranava Mantra. He can't tell even Pranava Mantra's Artha. What Shrishti Karya is happening? So I have taken over. You don't worry. All is well. No, Bhagavan Shiva. What are you talking? Do you know the Artha of Pranava Mantra? For you to do this Shrishti Karya. Of course I know. That's why I am doing all this Shrishti. Bhagavan Skanda says. Oh, is that so? Come on, tell me. There, Skanda Bhagavan says, Pranava Mantra Upadesha is done only by a guru to a Shishya. If you are ready to become my Shishya, I will certainly tell you the Pranava Mantra Artha. But this divine Leela of Bhagavan Shiva is like that. He is excellent in everything. If you all wanted to be the best of Sishyas, I lost hope when the day I know that Bhagavan Shiva himself has become a Sishya. So he only can be the best of Shishya. And Bhagavan Skanda himself has become the Guru. He can only be the best of Gurus. So with Bhagavan Skanda facing the south direction and sitting, with Bhagavan Shiva, facing the east direction, with his hand placed over his mouth, he says, sit down. Then keep your hand over the mouth and then come, bring your right ear. And then to his right ear, he says the Pranava Mantra Artha. The Indian scriptures say that to three, Skanda Bhagavan has given Upadesha to many, Anugraha to many. The Indian scriptures say that to three Pranava Mantra Upadesha Bhagavan Skanda has given. One to Shiva Peruman, second to Agastya Maharishi, third to Arunagirinathar, it is said. And this Pranava Mantra Upadesha, the Natha, Vindu, Kala aspects of the Pranava Mantra is best brought out by Bhagavan Skanda and this Guhya Upadesha. All the universe is waiting to see what has happened. Bhagavan Shiva is extremely pleased with a kind of Jnana Swarupa, Bodha Swarupa that Bhagavan Skanda is. He immediately hugs him tight and places him over his lap and showing to the entire universe that Bhagavan Skanda is completely Jnana Swarupa, and exhibiting this to the whole universe and then releasing Brahma. Now everyone know, and then everyone bow down to Skanda, and again he shows the Abhaya Mudra and he asks, what do you want? And everybody has only one appeal, which is the Sura Samharam. With the entire universe bowing down to Skanda, may we too bow down to Skanda and appeal for Dharma to always prevail.
அப்பனுக்கு உபதேசித்தாய் அப்பனுக்கு உபதேசித்தாய் அப்பனுக்கு உபதேசித்தாய் அப்பனுக்கு உபதேசித்தாய் அருமை குருநாதனுவாய் அருமை குருநாதனுவாய் அருமை குருநாத என் அருமை குருநாதனுவாய் சுவாமி மலையில் அமர்ந்தவனே சுவாமி மலையில் அமர்ந்தவனே சுவாமிநாத குருவே அப்பா சுவாமிநாத குருவே அப்பா சின்ன சின்ன முருகா முருகா சிங்கார முருகா சின்ன சின்ன முருகா முருகா சிங்கார முருகா சின்ன சின்ன முருகா முருகா சிங்கார முருகா చిన్న చిన్న మురుగా మురుగా సింగార మురుగా చిన్న 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 ఆ చిన్న ఓ చిన్న 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 ఆ చిన్న ఓ చిన్న చిన్న మురుగా మురుగా సింగార మురుగా చిన్న చిన్న మురుగా మురుగా సింగార మురుగా సింగార మురుగా సింగార మురుగా.
Now, Bhagavan Skanda asks, tell me your problem. Problem statement cheppandi. It's like, first tell me what has happened. Now Brahmadeva is like, what do I say now? Then Brihaspati comes forward. He says, the adharma that all the Suradi brothers are doing in this universe, and why the very birth of Bhagavan Skanda, one among the missions is to completely do adharma dhvamsha and establish dharma back again. And Bhagavan Skanda says, I am ready. Let's go to war. Brihaspati says, your punya padas cannot touch that papa loka. We will find you a war camp place. There Vishwakarma, the divine architect of the Devas, identifies a Chandana Malai, a sandal like mountain, and carves a space there for the war camp to happen, which is there today in Tiruchendur. Tiruchendur is one among the Arupadai Veedu and is considered among the 6, to map it to the 6 chakra energy centers, it is considered the Manipura chakra. And there Bhagavan Skanda's war camp is held. Well, just before starting to the war, the very important veil initiation happens, where Ma Devi forges the veil out of her pure Shakti and offers this Jnana veil to Skanda. This veil that is given, the attribute of this veil has all the attributes of Jnana. It's deep, it's broad, it's sharp. That's what Kachiyapa Shivacharya says. ஆழ்ந்த அகன்ற கூர்மையான அறிவின் வடிவாய் வேலை தந்தாள், it is said. This immaculate weapons, and Bhagavan Shiva bestows him with various weapons. Sarva Shatru Samhara weapon, so many weapons that he bestows him with, and they all go driven by Vayudeva in a Vahana called Anaadi. They all travel and then they reach the Tiruchendur war camp. There Bhagavan Skanda first establishes Shivalinga and does puja, and first sends a Dhuta, a messenger, to Veerabha. It is very important that before every war a messenger is sent. In Ramayana, who was the messenger? Hanuman was first sent to on a detective mission. Who was sent as a right before war? Who was 100 on 100? Angada was sent as the messenger. In Mahabharata, who went as the messenger? Many messengers are there, right? Where Bhagavan Krishna himself, first Sanjaya is sent, then Bhagavan Krishna takes up various peacemaking efforts. Then finally, in the garb of sending a messenger, Uluka is sent to, just to provoke the opposite camp. Duryodhana sends him to provoke the camp further. All peace talks come to an end. Like that here, the Nava Manis from which the Nava Mahaviras were born, Veerabhadra, the first among them, says, I will go. Skanda, you just sit and watch. You just be here in the shore. And that shore I'll finish it off, he says. Bhagavan Skanda appreciates his enthusiasm, but at the same time knows very well that it is through the Jnana veil that has been bestowed by him, it is through his hands that the Sura Samharam will happen. So, to encourage him, first he sends him as the Dhuta. There Veerabha, who goes and then threatens all these. What are you talking about? Bhagavan Shiva's son himself is here. Have you forgotten? Aren't you grateful? Nandri Marappadanandan, aren't you grateful to that very Bhagavan Shiva who bestowed you with all this? Now you are going against his very son, who you yourself mentioned that would be your end. What are you doing? He can't even recollect what has happened 108 Mahayugas back, and he is laughing it off. Wait, are you still telling me that the other war camp is led by a baby? You want me to fight with a kid? I am the Adhipati of 1008 universes. You want me to fight with a kid? Wait, this is not even a war. Stop calling it a war. Stop calling yourself a Duta before I finish you. Go away. While going back, the Maya Puri of Tarakasura, he tries to do Dvamsha of Veerabahu, but he sees that he can suppress he could kill 9 lakh Asuras, but then he returns back to the Skanda camp and then he says, thereby a war is inevitable. You send me in a passenger mode, now let me go finish them off. Bhagavan Skanda, give me the order. He's saying, Veerabahu is all, give it to me, I'll do it and show it to you. So he says, okay, let's first go with the third brother. First, let's go with Tarakasura. The Nava Veeras go together to handle Tarakasura. The entire fleet of Tarakasura is vanquished by them. However, the core entourage of Tarakasura and Tarakasura, they can't do anything. They have all, this is the first day of the war, and at the end of the first day of the war, they have all fainted and nobody can find, they have become incognito. They cannot find the Nava Veeras. Bhagavan Skanda emerges on the second day of the war and finds Tarakasura through his keen Viveka, observes what kind of Maya powers he has and sees that he is in the form of the Kraunchagiri. And under that Kraunchagiri's Maya, these people have all been done Vashya and they are all put to sleep there. He sees that and he sends the Jnana veil to pierce through the Maya Mala, who is personified by Tarakasura, and thwarts the Kraunchagiri mountain, breaks it into, smashes it into pieces and completely destroys the Kraunchagiri, reviving all the Navaveeras back to life. The entire Devas are all exceptionally happy. 3 bullet points. First tick has come. In the to-do list, 1 is done. The entire universe is happy. Om Muruga! Om Muruga! Om Muruga! They are all divinely happy. They are very, very sure. Now this is what will come to an end. The third and fourth day, the fleets of Simhamukasura are all thwarted. Again, finally, Bhagavan Skanda gives all chances possible to Simhamukasura to surrender. However, Simhamukasura is all knowing. He in fact is like the Vibhishana of the Skanda Purana. He goes and tells his brother, don't you remember, I was also there when Bhagavan Shiva was. It is him. Our end has come. Let us happily die. What is your problem? But it falls on deaf ears, and anyways, on behest of his brother, Simhamukasura goes and valiantly dies at the hands of Skanda, uniting with the energies of Skanda. Then Bhanugopan, Agnimukan, all the children, one by one of Padmasura keep coming. They keep falling at the hands of Skanda. And a great duel between Padmasura and Bhagavan Skanda emerges. Much like Duryodhana hiding, having no place to go, Padmasura hides here, there. He is trying to run away and flee everywhere. Every chance, Muruga Peruman gives is Karuna Murti. He gives him every chance. Okay, you say I am done. Let the, and I'll withdraw my Asura Kula Rajya. I will leave you. They take Gora Rupas he takes. He takes the Rupas of so many species. He tries to attack Bhagavan in all ways possible. Various Ayudhas, a Gora battle, befalls, and the entire universe is shaking with every step that Bhagavan Skanda takes. This war, Jhata. That's how Arunagirinatha writes about the kind of, even Jarjalita, in one among the Namavalis we have Jarjalita Kartikeya. So this every step he takes, it quakes. Everywhere it shakes. That's how it is. Finally he takes the Rupa of he transforms himself into in a Vana of Ambra trees. He turns himself into a mango tree, thinking that he has run into this forest. Bhagavan Skanda, invokes the veil and aims it at wherever his Maya Rupa is, let it be thwarted. The entire tree is pierced into two. One half of the tree takes the form of Mayura Vahana, and the other half of the tree becomes the Shikidvaja, the flag with the cock emblem of Bhagavan Skanda. It is said by all great Mahatmas, Kachiyappa Swamigal, Vyasar, by Arunagirinathar, that Nakkirar Swamigal, that such a Karuna Murti, that very enemy that the entire universe wanted to thwart to has become a great Vahana, a very respectable Vahana. The very person that all the 1008 universes were bowing down, shaking in fear. Now, not just the 1008 universe, the uncountable, innumerable universes all bow down to the Mayura Vahana in great devotion right now, being that Vahana carrying Bhagavan Skanda everywhere across the universe. Such is the Karunamurti. There are so many Samhara stories in all Puranas and Itihasas. Nowhere will you see that the opponent turns into divine. And that's the touch of Bhagavan Skanda. That the Andantama turns into great Sattva. Such a great battle comes to an end at the end of the 6th day, when the Sura Samharam happens. The peace then prevails throughout the universe. And the Devatas do not know what to give to Skanda in return. And then they come to a decision that it is Indra's, that is Airavata's daughter, who is being brought up right now carefully, just Devayani, to be given to Skanda in this divine wedding. And that divine wedding happens. Following that, in the Devakula there is a marriage. Then in the Manushya Kula there is the marriage of Valli Ma by Bhagavan Skanda. And it's actually in the Valli Tirukalyanam, the Sri Kalyana of Valli Devi, that the entire Skanda Purana comes to a closure. The short backstory to this is that two great Devis were born out of the Ananda Bhashpa of Bhagavan Vishnu. Out of the eyes of Shiva were born the 6 Agnis that turned into Bhagavan Skanda. While Bhagavan Vishnu was in deep meditation and visualizing the Ananda Tandava of Nataraja, 2 drops of divine in meditative tears fell. Amudavalli and Komalavalli, these 2 drops turned into 2 divine beings. And they are from the moment they were born, they were great Skanda devotees. They were just waiting to unite with Skanda. He bestows them this boon. They come. Well, the moment Skanda is born, they come. In the Sharavana Poigai, there Bhagavan bestows that you grow up, you take up different forms, I will come and unite with you when the time is right, after my mission is over. Similarly, this Amudavalli is born as Devayane, and Vedavalli is born as Kumudavalli, is born as Valli, the head of a tribal clan's man's daughter. Again a divine birth and a divine union. With this divine marriage with Valli Devasena Sameta Skanda Anugraha, in this divine Rupa, blessing this entire universe, the glorious Skanda Puranam comes to an end. What has happened in across a span of multiple yugas, multiple kalpas, has been beautifully documented in the Skanda Purana. And through this Mangala Rupa, Bhagavan Skanda continues to be a great force of dharma, be a great force of jnana, killing the 3 malas, the Maya Mala, the Anava Mala and the Karma Mala, the Mummalas in the Saiva Siddhanta, the Tamil Siddha tradition. To Bhagavan Skanda, may we bow down and invoke again and again to do all the Sura Samharam within ourselves, to kill all these mummalas within us and bestow us with the true jnana.
துந்தி சரிய மயிரே வெளிர நிறை தந்த மசய முதுகே வளைய இதழ் துங்க உருகை தடிமே வரமகளு நகையாடி துந்தி சரிய மயிரே வெளிர நிறை தந்த மசய முதுகே வளைய இதழ் துங்க உருகை தடிமேல் வரமகளு நகையாடி துண்டு கிழவனிவனாரென இருமல் கிங்கின முனுரையே குழற விழி துஞ்சு குருடு படவே செவிடு படு செவியாகி துண்டு கிழவனிவனாரன இருமல் கிங்கிணன முனுரையே குழற விழி துஞ்சு குருடு படவே செவிடுபடு செவியாகி வந்த பிணியுமதிலே மிடையுமுரு பண்டிதனுமையுரு வேதனையும் இளமைந்தருடைமை கடனே தெனமுடுக தூயர் மேவி வந்த பிணியுமதிலே மிடையுமுரு பண்டிதனுமையுரு வேதனையும் இளமைந்தருடைமை கடனே தெனமுடுக தூயர் மேவி மங்க எழுது விழவே யமபடர்கள் நின்று சருவமலமே எழுக உயிர் மங்கு பொழுது கடிதே மயில் மிசை வர வேணும் மங்க எழுது விழவே யமபடர்கள் நின்று சருவமலமே
ஒழுக உயிர் மங்கு பொழுது
கடிதே மயில் மிசை வர வேணும் எந்தை வருக ரகுநாயக வருக மைந்த வருக மகனே இனி வருக எங்கன் வருக எனதார் உயிர் வருக அபிராமா எந்தை வருக ரகுநாயக வருக மைந்த வருக மகனே இனி வருக எங்கன் வருக எனதார் உயிர் வருக அபிராமா இங்கு வருக அரசே வருக முலை உங்க வருக மலர் சூடிட வருக என்று பரிவினொடு கோசலை புகழ வருமாயன் இங்கு வருக அரசே வருக முலை உங்க வருக மலர் சூடிட வருக என்று பரிவினொடு கோசலை புகழ வருமாயன் சிந்தை மகிழுமருக குரவரில வஞ்சி மருவுமழக 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 அமரர் சிறை சிந்த சுரர் கிளை வேறொடு மடிய அடுத்தீரா திங்களரவு நதி சூடிய பரம கந்த குமராலயே கரை பொருத செந்தி நகரிலினிதே மருவி வளர் பெருமாளே திங்களரவு நதி சூடிய பரம தந்த குமராலயே கரை பொருத செந்தி நகரிலினிதே மருவி வளர் பெருமாளே சிந்தை மகிழுமருக குரவரில வஞ்சி மருவுமழக சிந்தை மகிழுமருக குரவரில வஞ்சி மருவுமழக சிந்தை மகிழுமருக குரவரில வஞ்சி மருவுமழக அமரர் சிறை சிந்த சுரர் கிளை வேறொடு மடிய அடுத்தீரா திங்களரவு நதி சூடிய பரம தந்த குமராலயே கரை பொருத செந்தி நகரில் நிதே மருவி வளர் பெருமாளே திங்களரவு நதி சூடிய பரம தந்த குமராலயே கரை பொருத செந்தி நகரினிதே மருவி வளர் பெருமாளே மருவி வளர் பெருமாளே மருவி வளர் பெருமாளே
வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு
ஹரோஹரா.